Here this morning, we're gonna look into the fight Anthony Joshua and versus Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou is gonna take on Anthony Joshua on March the 8th, which is some kind of a strange date. Strange date because these fights always happen on Saturday, but for some reason they've got this one on a Friday. So how's he gonna plan out for both fighters? Now we know, let's compare. We know that Ngannou has a very strong chin, and we know that Joshua has got a very weak chin. We know that. We know that Ngannou has improved a lot on his durability, meaning that he can go 10 or 12 rounds. We know that. We know that Joshua has always improved, so he can also go 10 or 12 rounds. So on that side, I think they are equal. On that aspect, I think they are equal. Now, there is a talk about who punches hard. It's reported that Ngannou destroyed the punch machine while he was in the studio. Well, that this was actually filmed. He destroyed the machine. But there is also a lot of talk about Joshua knocking people out, right? Well, Ngannou did knock people out, but that was in boxing. Yes, he knocked Fury down. Well, don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't you forget that. So what's going to happen if Ngannou fights Joshua? Well, which one of the two is more agile? Which one of the two is more agile? Ngannou has shown that he can move, and that he moves really, really well. Joshua has always had that issue with his movement, his head movement, as if he's very stiff. So people call him a stiff boxer or a stiff guy. So this is important because if you're stiff, that means you're more predictable. If you're stiff, that means you're more reachable. If you're stiff, that means you can be at risk of receiving one of those bombs. So let's see how this will then plan out. Who's got the most boxing acumen? Who's got more boxing acumen than the other? Can someone tell me? Is it Ngannou or is it Fury? Someone's gonna say, well, that's Ngannou. Oh, no, actually, people will say that will be Joshua because he's been boxing all his life and he's an Olympic champion. So this guy, he must know his craft. I mean, remember, we said the same about Fury, right? But maybe the difference is that Joshua will get well prepared because he knows that it was reported that Fury did not get well prepared, and therefore that was the excuse for the performance. So Joshua wouldn't want the same thing applied to him, meaning that they're going to say, oh, he lost because he wasn't prepared. He can't say that. Joshua just cannot say that he lost because he was not well prepared. Because we've been there, we've heard that before, and we know that he would have prepared himself better, much better, because they themselves they had to comment on Tyson Fury preparation or lack of preparation. So you can't do the same. No, you can't. So what we're left with Joshua, who's got a bit more boxing acumen, but Ngannou, who's got the knockout power of what? Of a fighter plane. So who will destroy who? We know that Eddie Hearn did say after the Ngannou and Tyson Fury fight that Ngannou was going to lose against Anthony Joshua, because Joshua likes the style, the Ngannou style. He's the most fitted person, to defeat Ngannou. He's the most appropriate person to defeat him. So, and they put that to Ngannou, and Ngannou said, well, he's a promoter. What do you expect him to say? What do you want him to say? Of course, he will say that about his fighter. Of course, he will claim that his fighter is the best. Of course, he will claim victory. That's what promoters do. So, it's not long before we see these two. It's going to be next week. Next week, I don't know if it's this weekend or next week, but it looks like it's going to be, it could actually be this weekend. Or have I heard properly? Is it January 15th? I don't know. It was January 15th, that's Monday. So I need to check that again. But they're going to meet in Paris, London, wherever. There's going to be a news conference, and another challenge is who's going to be the nastiest of the two. Who's going to be the nastiest of the two? Who will be the one who's going to be the one that will be the most aggressive verbally? Verbally. Who will be the one that will be the most aggressive verbally? Yeah, come on, leg it. See you at 4, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm
going swimming.
Yeah. Who will be the nastiest? Who will be the most talkative? And what are they going to talk about? Is it just, I'm going to knock you out? Oh, watch, I'm going to knock you out. Oh, watch. We'll find out. I'm nothing like Tyson Fury, or stuff like, I know you've got a glass chin. So I don't know what they're going to talk about, but there will be stuff said, or it could just be very amicable kind of news conference where everybody respects everybody and no bad word is said about each other. I don't know, guys. You've got to tell us. I don't know. You got to tell us in the comment section below what you think. What you think will happen. What you think will be said. What you think the argument will be on. Like, the Tyson Fury news conference is always very flamboyant because, well, people know that Tyson Fury brings drama all the time. and Tyson Fury is a real showman. You know, here these two guys here, nobody's real showman. They just like, I'm just here. I'm just happy to be here. That sort of things. They're very much like reacting to other people's provocation. Like they will react to other people's provocation, meaning that you have to provoke them. You have to say something to them and then see them come out with something. So they're responding to provocation most of the time. So you won't see them initiating provocation really. Well, I know that perhaps Joshua has tried to do it, but when you don't have it, you don't have it. And it's almost clear to everybody that both of these fighters are not very provocative fighters. Like they're very reserved and they just respond to any provocation made. So you guys let me know in the comment section below, how do you think the news conference will go? Who do you think will win this fight and why? Leave it in the comment section below, guys. Put it in the comment section below. Who will win the fight and why? And how will the news conference plan out? Who will be on top of, on top of the other? Who? Let us know, guys. The debate will continue in the comment section below. And I count on you guys. Meanwhile, please like, share, and comment. Like, share, and comment. Okay? Have a blessed day.